So I'm moving again for what feels like the 1000th time in my life. I wonder what it will feel like for it to be June and me not be moving, because that's what happens now. I've moved every year since moving out of my parents' house this time of year. I don't know what it's gonna feel like to be in one place for more than 9 months as an adult. I've never done that. I did it as a child, an awful lot. I was very stationary as a kid, not as an adult, but I was only just a child like a little bit ago. Here's what I want to do with this video. I want to make it for my future self, to remind my future self what it's like to be a child, because I feel like I'll probably forget, and I feel like I'm pretty close to it now that I still remember some of it at least. So one thing about being a child is I remember like not being able to comprehend something that I didn't already understand. That was very confusingly put. Like someone would ask me to do something and I would just look at it and say, I have no idea how to do this. And then that's where my train of thought would end. Like now as an adult, I can say, okay, I don't know how to do this. Let me break it down into several smaller problems that I can then address individually. I did not have that ability as a early teenager. I just did not understand how to do that. Another thing about being a kid is I remember being I remember so much of my time being consumed with trying to figure out how people like related to each other. Like I would just spend hours thinking about how other people talk to each other, why other people said certain things, thinking about jokes that other people had said that I didn't understand to try and figure out how I could be like them, because I didn't understand how they were relating to other people. I remember other things about being a teenager / child, like not being able to conceptualize endings, not being able to conceptualize finite amount of time. Stuff like that is very hard when you're younger, especially if you're someone like me who didn't experience a lot of endings as a child. I don't know, life is weird. I kind of like sat back this week and I was like looking at what I was doing and thinking about it, and I was like, this is very adult of me. And I'm like going through that now where I'm like, now I'm an adult. And I didn't think that I would think that at the very young age that I am. And I'll probably like in 4 years, I'll probably look back at this video and be like, boy, if she had known, ha 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 ha, the adult things that lie in store for that young child. Oh ho ho ho. I'm sure I'll sound very foolish to future me, but present me feels like an adult in the way that I think, in the things that I have to do, in how I like am living life. I'm moving into an actual house, not an apartment, not somewhere that was just built for students to live in and is made out of paper mache, somewhere that's actually solid, like a real actual place. So that's really cool, and it's very strange. And I feel like moving probably has something to do with like reflecting in on yourself by holding everything that is your material possessions in your hands. It's a good moment of reflection. Other than that, my week was terrifying. It was really the worst. It was just awful. But I'm through it now, and that's another thing that I wasn't able to conceptualize as a child, that things will end and it will be fine. Everything will be fine. And I just kept knowing that throughout my week of terrible awfulness. Just like, this is gonna pass. This too shall pass. I hope your roller skating's going well. It's really beautiful here. It was very, very hot, and it is less hot now. So that's great. I hope it's not too hot for you. Okay, I'm gonna smoothly transition this into a Lindy Hop video. Hey! Okay, here's a video of me and my friend Jessica, and we are going to demonstrate Lindy Hop. So the basic of Lindy Hop is an 8 count, which manifests in a 2, 3, 2, 3, which looks like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that's it. That's the most basic version. But the actual basic version that people do in social dancing is called a swing out, and it goes like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that was a swing out with a Lindy circle on the end, and then you can just do other stuff like we're about to do at some point. Yep, and this is us doing a little, no, this is Charleston. Yep, and this is Lindy Hop, and you can just, I'm all knees in this, all knees, but that's what kind of social dancing is, vaguely. Cool. Thank you very much for watching.